The first time Cadle reported the crime to the Polk County Sheriff's Office, she was not believed, instead charged with giving false information to a law enforcement officer.
That's crazy. You're letting these sick motherfuckers get away with this? What's up, YouTube? Thanks for tuning in. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. It helps out tremendously. And today's video is gonna be continuing of what happened with the adult and minor. If you haven't watched it, I suggest you to go watch it. Yeah, I guess Polk County Sheriff Judd responded to that video. He posted a comment for that video, and he disagreed on a lot that was said. And this video is basically Jidion clearing it all up. I haven't watched much of it. We're gonna watch it together, so let's get to it.
I had made a more lighthearted version of this video, but a couple people in the comment section let me know what type of man Mr. Sheriff Grady Judd really is. And so now I'm gonna be going a lot harder in this one. It wasn't on my bingo card to be beefing with one of the largest police counties, Sheriff Grady Judd. You guys definitely have seen him before. Here's a popular clip of him.
I got their drip. I got their body. We got their guns. We got their dope.
But here we are today. So if you guys don't know what's going on, back in around early October, we had done what we usually do, done an investigation where we had caught a predator. And that predator admitted everything to the officers. But then when Sergeant Knapp came on scene, he decided to escalate the situation, resulting into a culmination of him just dropping the hard R.
But you're going about this whole thing wrong, dude.
Nigga, you just fucking told me when I was standing right here, you said...
call me a nigger now?
No, whoa!
That's exactly what you just said.
I did not...
What he said is that you called him a nigger, and he repeated it. He said, are you calling me a nigger?
Nigga. God.
What's the difference?
Now, we posted that segment on Instagram, TikTok, all the social medias, and it went completely viral. And then we just recently dropped the full context version here on YouTube. And out of all of this, when we first dropped it on social media, Mr. Grady Judd, he never wanted to reply. He never wanted to say anything. Okay. All they did was just turn off their comment section on all their videos. But now that we dropped the full
Oh, nah, you gotta do better than that, you know. These are big-time streamers, like, you know, they got a good track record, you know, with all these, like, prosecutions and stuff. So, I don't know. You should definitely work with them, you know? Like, I don't even get how this all, like, I don't know.
Context on YouTube, they finally decided to respond, and instead of responding on their social media page where they literally post every single day doing morning briefings, they decided to just drop a random comment on my YouTube video and lie and claim that I deleted their previous comments of them trying to clear the air, which I never did. But luckily I saw this comment, and we're gonna be making a video about it.
There's no clearing the air. That was shot in 4K, bro. There's no clearing the air. The facts are there.
Today. But before we continue, I want to talk about the man that Grady Judd is. There's a new case that's happening and coming out right now where a woman is suing not only the Polk County Sheriff's Office, but also the Polk County Sheriff, Grady Judd, because when she was a young girl, she was being victimized and abused by her stepfather. Now, the Polk County Investigation Unit did a lousy job investigating it, and they claimed that she made a false police report. So they not only returned her to her abuser, but they also made her write an apology letter to said man. Now...
Oh, no, Grady Judd, you you need to get put in jail, dude, or lose your job or something, because this ain't the first time. You's just be letting like preds go like that, returning the victim back to their abuser knowingly. Wow. See, I didn't know much about him. I thought he was a good dude who's putting away these criminals, you know. But now I got a different, like, you know, look on him. Like, that's crazy.
With her being back with her abuser, of course, because these dudes never learn, the man continued abusing her. And it wasn't until she had to sadly get video documentation of the abuse. It wasn't until she turned that into Sheriff Grady Judd and the Polk County Sheriff's Office. It wasn't until then they finally charged the man, and he is now convicted for that abuse of her, and she is rightfully suing this police department.
According to a federal lawsuit.
As she should. Get that money, girl. You've been through a lot, and this could have been stopped a lot earlier, you know, so I pray for you, you know. Just, it wasn't your fault, you know.
Her great uncle and adoptive father, Henry Cadle, sexually abused her between the ages of 9 and 13. The first time Cadle reported the crime to the Polk County Sheriff's Office, she was not believed, instead charged with giving false information to a law enforcement officer.
That's crazy. You're letting these sick motherfuckers get away with this? Come on, man. When it comes to stuff like that, you gotta take it serious, you know. Like I said before, if you haven't watched that video, the one before this one, I suggest you go watch it, because the way these sheriffs acted blew my mind. They did not care.
Law enforcement, the whole goal is safety and protection. And in this case, it was the antithesis of that.
When she was assaulted again, Taylor Cadle took pictures and video, which led to Henry Cadle's arrest and conviction. Taylor Cadle's charges were dropped. Now she is suing members of the...
That's crazy. She even had to do that. What? That's crazy.
The sheriff's office on several counts, including malicious prosecution and failure to train, supervise, and discipline.
I feel some sort of relief to fight for what I believe in and what I think is right.
In response to the lawsuit, a spokesperson for the Polk County Sheriff's Office called it frivolous, saying, quote, "In this case, our deputies did an extensive investigation and made deliberate and rational decisions based upon the information and evidence we had at the time." Now, that statement went on to say the Sheriff's Office looks forward to, quote, vigorously defending against these baseless and fabricated allegations. The two named deputies in the lawsuit are still employed at the Sheriff's Office as a detective and as a lieutenant. Josh?
Now, I say all that to turn it around to come to today, because we have an individual who invited a very, very young girl over to his house. And Mr. Grady Judd is doing the same thing he did in previous times. He has completely failed the community of Polk County, not holding his officers accountable, but also, and more grievously, letting a predator stay amongst the people of Polk County. Keep in mind, we posted the video of what Sergeant Knapp said all the way back in October 17th on social media, but there was no reply from the Polk County Sheriff's Office. I guess, you know, the heat wasn't hot enough. So finally, when we dropped the full context video on YouTube, Grady Judd finally decided to reply. But instead of, you know, condemning what his officer said and promising to bring this predator to justice, he decides to double down. In a statement he made on his personal YouTube channel, Sheriff Grady Judd says, "You hit the comment we posted telling the truth on your first inflammatory video." That video he's referring to...
Telling the truth about what?
...is me posting what his sheriffs said on camera. And the funny thing about it is, I would tell them, hey, if you want to put out there, what your officer said, drop the body cam footage. But for one of the biggest police agencies in America, for some reason, they do not have body cameras. And, obviously when you catch them on video saying stuff like this, since they don't have body cameras, they know they're safe. But they thought I was just a lowly YouTuber with only 12 subscribers.
Here, I'm gonna record. I'm gonna go live.
Everybody comment Polk County body cams.
12 million.
Do you know who Sheriff is?
Do I know who your sheriff is? And do you know how bad you guys are gonna look for not doing anything about a child predator?
Are you recording video right now?
But now that they're figuring out that we have 12 million total subscribers, they're changing their tune a whole lot. As long as you're getting the attention and money you're seeking, that's what matters to you. No, Mr. Grady Judd, what matters to me is you guys doing a thorough investigation and actually charging a predator. But since your guys' track...
See, like these guys right here, him and Skeeter and all them, yeah, they're doing it for the content, they're obviously making good money, tons of money. But they're also doing a good too, to the streets, getting these preds convicted, because obviously there's some departments that don't care about it, and then there's others where, they might just get a couple here and there. So if anything, these people are helping. They're doing all the work, they ain't just, making content. They're actually putting in the work to get these people prosecuted. So, that could go right out the window.
Record is horrendous, and you guys would rather people write an apology letter and then actually turn in the video of them being abused. I guess we don't meet the criteria for this being a crime in your jurisdiction. But I just find it hilarious that you're over here saying that I'm over here craving the attention and money when you're the same man who gets on social media at your old age over here just gloating and just reveling in the attention that you're getting.
You see, we got you gold. We put your tail in the county jail. You think about that, brothers.
Under Sheriff Judd's direction, our agency has put more predators away in the last year than most law enforcement agencies do in 10 years. Well, bravo, Mr. Judd, bravo. I am very happy that your agency is able to put away so many predators. I mean, it's not like you guys literally turned away a grieving girl that was trying to report her own stepfather abusing her. You turned her away and she had to get further abused and then obtain video evidence for you to then prosecute said man. I mean, you guys are doing a great job. You guys are doing such a great job that the predator that we caught is still out at large within the community. So I guess, you want to keep the same formula you did for that last case, and you got to wait for him to actually do something to a little girl and get some video. Oh, and she also has to get video documentation of it. Then you're gonna, do something about it and prosecute him. Are you gonna make that girl write an apology letter as well if she doesn't have video documentation, Mr. Grady Judd? I'm just asking. We work with Chris Hansen as well because he understands the law and how to do this the proper way and not the vigilante way. Wow, man, you work with Chris Hansen. Okay, you know what? I gotta just delete this video, delete my YouTube channel, because he works with the Chris Hansen. You know what? I'm gonna spoil the whole facade around Chris Hansen, right? Now, before I do that, I do want to give props on one thing. We wouldn't be doing what we do if it wasn't for Chris Hansen. He pioneered all of this. But the thing that's different with Chris Hansen and us is Chris Hansen, he is a glorified Make-A-Wish kid. And what I mean by that is the police departments literally put in all the work. They get all of the evidence. They get all the guys set up and everything. And literally all Chris Hansen does is on the day of the shoot, he puts his makeup on, comes out and hits his catchphrase, "Why don't you have a seat for me?" Boom, bada boom, collects his check and go home. There is no operation that the Polk County Sheriff Office has ever done that would not have been successful if Chris Hansen hadn't been there. You cannot sit up here and lie to people like that. He is just there for the ride, for the publicity, for you guys, and for himself. Now, granted, he is doing a great thing blasting these dudes all over, you know, national TV and everything. I'm not going to condemn him on that. But the fact that you guys are out here lying to the people saying that Chris Hansen knows how to follow the law when all he's doing is just tagging along with you guys is literally like doing a freaking buddy cop ride. That's literally all they're doing. We're putting in all the legwork, so all a detective has to do is sit down.
Like I said, they are putting in all the legwork.
For 3 hours max, watch the video footage, read the chat logs, boom, bada boom, case closed. But you guys had this case all the way since October, beginning of October, yet we are in the month of November, and Mr. James Siegel has not been criminally charged yet. Grady Judd, what do I have to do to get you guys to charge this man with talking to a child? Do I have to write an apology letter to him too? Is that what you want, Mr. Grady Judd? And you guys say that you guys only do it the proper way, not the vigilante way. But one of my good friends and someone that I work a lot with, Mr. Alex Rosen, he isn't a part of law enforcement, but yet he has an arrest in your guys' county. So make it make sense. Why does he have an arrest?
It's like they're picking and choosing, man. You know, they just picking and choosing. They should take every case seriously. Like, you know, they should take every case serious.
In your guys' county, he's not in law enforcement, quote unquote. He's a vigilante, but you guys are gonna charge his pred, but you guys don't want to charge mine. Well, make it make sense. Are you guys picking and choosing who you want to charge
what I
when they're
just
talking
said.
to kids?
That's
Guy
crazy.
literally admitted on scene that yes, that was him talking to that kid. But you still haven't put out a warrant for his arrest. You guys still haven't done any apology or address the elephant in the room of what your guys' officers are saying. But yet you can just drop a comment on my YouTube channel saying that I'm dropping inflammatory comments and inflammatory videos. Grady Judd, you are the biggest fraud I have ever come across. And sadly, I don't respect you as a man at all. And I don't think the people of Polk County should respect you either. I mean, obviously you don't care about your officers dropping the hard R. I mean, right after the officer Sergeant Knapp dropped the hard R, he got a promotion the next day.
What?
Wait, my bad, that's the wrong photo. This one.
That's crazy. Oh, this guy's crazy. But damn, he got a promotion the next day after handling that situation so poorly. That's gonna be it for this video. If you liked it, hit that like button. If you're new, hit that subscribe button. And I appreciate you all being here.